your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing? And please remind me where you're joining us from, and of course, who is joining in with you. I am glad we're here together to read another exciting book, and this one today is called 10 Ballet Dances. Yes, I hope you're ready for this one. I hope you're excited. It is written by MALEK-AHMADI and illustrated by KATHERINE. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for being here. I am excited for this one. Definitely some challenging words in here for me today. Lots of French words. We will be trying that today. Thank you for joining in. As you can see, I'm excited for the challenge that lies ahead. But a great book indeed that awaits us. 10 ballet dances. Let's learn a little bit about dance language, of course, about ballet language. And if you do know some, if you've done it before, please do share any hints, anything that you'd like us to know about it. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad we're here together for another exciting story time. So thank you so much for being here. And please do let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. Welcome to Story Time. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a lovely summer break for all the kids out there. And of course, if you're on any other kind of break, leave, anything, I hope you're enjoying it. And if you're still in school, well, we're thinking of you and wishing that your school is going great still. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad to be here with you on this Wednesday morning. Thank you. It is nice and cloudy out here in Oakland. I actually like it like this. It is nice and cool. Thank you so much for being here. How is it where you are? Good morning to you and welcome. 10 ballet dances. And a big thank you, of course, to MALEK-AHMADI and KATHERINE GUTKOVSKIY for this wonderful book indeed. And the Small Tooth Dogs Publishing Group, thank you so much for bringing us this wonderful, amazing book. I am excited to share it all with you. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you for being here. And I hope that you're all able to catch us on Facebook as well as on YouTube. I know we had technical difficulties, I think, beginning, but hopefully everything has been sorted out and is working just fine. So do let us know if you're catching us on Facebook and it is clear. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. Excited for this story today, and of course excited for the stories that we're sharing with you this week. Amazing stories, beautiful stories, wonderfully created for our enjoyment and learning. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Amanda Waltman, how are you out in Seattle? And you're saying cloudy Seattle out there. Sounds like my weather here today. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, Bea's at swim class. Well, enjoy it, baby Bea. Oh, I'm so jealous. I think it is. Enjoy it. I think it is such a great thing that you're doing that right now. And Marlin, you're here. Marlin, thank you so much for joining in. Grandma Cindy, Grandpa Dennis, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. And I'm glad that the weather seems to be all cooled down out there. Thank you so much for being here. Marlin, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Thea, miss you today, but enjoy swim class. Thank you so much. Amanda, good morning to you as well. How are you doing, Terry and Abraham and son Leandro? How are you today? Welcome to Storytime. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing? And are you ready for this one? 10 ballet dancers. Yes, we're bringing this one to you courtesy of Amanda Malek-Ahmadi and Katherine GUTKOVSKIY. I think I love saying those names today. Beautiful, beautiful names indeed. Good morning to you, Rachel. How are you doing from Connecticut? Yes, good to see you back. And Rachel, please remind me who is joining in with you today. And if you're joining in on your own, still very welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for coming back. Good to see you one more time. Rachel in Connecticut, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Amanda West, and of course, Sarah and Nathan. How are you doing today? Always a pleasure to see you here out in sunny Illinois. Well, enjoy your day. Enjoy that lovely sounding weather out there. Thank you so much. Hopefully it's not too hot. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Thank you for being here on Storytime with us today. And I hope you're ready for some of these 10 ballet dancers, or all of them. Why not? 10 ballet dancers here to entertain us. Let us join in their journey. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan. And of course, good morning to you as well, Malaika, Daniel, Shama, and Juanita out in Solwezi, Zambia. Thank you for joining us. Mujibu yepi mwane. Thank you for joining in. How are you doing out in Solwezi, northwestern Zambia? Thank you so much for joining in today. Malaika, Shama, Daniel, and of course, Juanita. And of course, Tokozi as well. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. Or is it good evening out there? Good morning to you, Clay, Rocco, Chriselle, Camille, Great Grandpa June. Oh, thank you so much for joining in. And you're out in LBC. Yes, indeed, you're joining us from Long Beach, California. And you say you're on Facebook and it is working just fine. Good to know. Thank you for that feedback. Because I was being told that there was a bit of technical difficulties logging into Facebook. So I'm glad that you're on and it is working fine. Thank you so much, Chriselle. Yes, technical director Chriselle joining us from Long Beach right there. Thank you. Oh, thank you to you too, Tokozile, telling us that you're on Facebook and it is very clear. That is very good news to hear. Thank you so much for joining in. And please do remember too that if you ever have trouble joining us on Facebook, you can jump on our YouTube and you will get right here to Storytime. So please just know that for the future. But I'm glad that we're all here together joining us from Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Mrs. Knight. How are you doing out in Arizona? Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Yes, hello indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Eva Scarlett, how are you doing today? Eva Scarlett and Jay Diamond's out in England. It's coming home, they say. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, a reference there to the European Cup, as the English team is doing pretty well out there. They play today at noon my time. I don't know what time it'll be around where you are. Check for that. If you're into soccer, enjoy it. And yes, great games to watch indeed. Thank you so much for joining in, Eva Scarlett, and of course Jade Yeomans. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Krista, well, welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad you're here for the first time. But guess what? I am hoping that this will not be your last time. I'm hoping that we see more and more of you on Storytime. Welcome to this beautiful, wonderful community that we've built here. And I hope that we will see you more and more. Many more story times. So everybody that is on here, please join me in welcoming Krista. And Krista, also let us know if anybody else is joining in with you today. Welcome them to story time as well. Welcome, enjoy it, and please let us know where you're joining us from as well. All right, thank you so much for joining in. And we have oh yeah, Krista, thank you. You were way ahead of me on that one. You're also joining in from Bothell, Washington. Well, thank you. We have another crew that joins us from Bothell, Washington. Liana joins us all the time. We miss you. I hope you'll be here today as well. But thank you so much for joining in. Krista in Bothell, Washington. Yes, the Bothell community growing right there. Yes, indeed. Jade I absolutely know. Thank you so much for joining in. Ava, Scarlett, always good to see you here, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And thank you to your mom for letting us use her Facebook. Yes, thank you. And good to know that you're on Facebook live and clear. In sunny Chicago, how are you doing today? Ellen Edwards, good morning to you. And thank you so much for joining in Story Time. It is time now for me to practice my French, to try my French words, and let us see how we do. Please, please, please enjoy the laughter. Laugh with me as we try these words out. We have a wonderful book to practice together. Here we go. This one is called 10 Ballet Dancers. Because I get one already, right? This one is called 10 Ballet Dancers, and it is written by MALEK-AHMADI and illustrated by Katherine GUTKOVSKIY. And we're reading this one with permission, of course, of the Small Tooth Dog Publishing Group. I have to look at that every time to make sure I get it correctly. And a great reminder from Amanda in this book, it says, please always be you. Very important to always be you. Always support each other and love each other just the way we are. All right, here we go. Here it begins. And this is quite a long book, so I have to shift around on my chair here a little bit. All right. 10 ballet dancers warm up at the bar. Plié, tendu, dégagé, all looking fine. How's my French? One chaîné away. And now there are, if you have 10 and one leaves, how many do you have? Oh, I can't hear you ever, Scarlett. How many do we have? Oh, yes, and you're right. 9! 9 ballet dancers review Paul Dabra. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, looking really great. Oh. One grand jeté away, leaving only, well, we had 9. One leaves. How many do we have left? 8. Yes, you were right. 8 ballet dancers practice pirouettes, spinning, spotting, smiling, till Lalo, bumps Devin. Oh no. One chassé away, leaving only. You're doing the math? We have 8. One leaves, chasséing away. What do we have? 7. Yes, 7 ballet dancers perform an adagé, stumbling during arabesque. The teacher says, please fix. Fix it now. One pas de chat away, leaving only, well, 7 minus 1. What do we have? Well, we have 6. 6 ballet dancers sauté for allegro. Up, down, turn around, the music feels alive. Yes. One brisé away, and now there are, oh, look at that brisé. One brisé away, now there are, how many are left? 5, yes, 5 we have. 5 ballet dancers waltz to the beat. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, across the floor. One glissade away, and now there are, well, Marlin, we had 5, we take away 1. How many are remaining? How many, Marlin? 1. We have 5, we take away 1. How many are remaining? What did you say, Marlin? 4? Yes, it is 4. 4 ballet dancers soar during leaps. Battement développé like birds so free. Oh, one saw the basket away, leaving only. Okay, Abraham, this one's for you. We have 4. 1 goes away. How many do we have left? Oh, yes, Abraham. We have 3 left. 3 ballet dancers prepare for recital. trying on costumes, bright pink and blue. One tour jeté away, and now there are, okay, this one is for you, Sarah and Nathan. How many are left? We have 3. One tour jeté away, and now there are, how many? 3, take away 1. Whoa, 2 ballet dancers to reverence. Bow and curtsy, say goodbye. Class is almost done. Now here's a tricky one for you, Rocco and Clay. When both PK turn away, leaving, remember, both PK turn away, leaving, how many are we left with? We have 2, and then both PK away, leaving. How many are left? Well, let's find out. Rocco, Clay, did you get it? All right. Well, none. We have 0. Yes, because we had 2, and then both of them left. None. Oh my goodness, where did class go? Yes, we have 1 dance teacher stands all alone, wondering, where did my dancers go? You're correct, Rocco and Clay. It was 0. And then where did the dancers go? The teacher can't find them. Well, let's help the teacher. Maybe they're back here. What surprise! The ballet dancers squeal and shout, "Happy birthday to you, Miss Flo." Oh my goodness, Miss Flo was still teaching even on her birthday. Oh my goodness, happy birthday to you, Miss Flo. Oh, such a lovely surprise from the students. The end. And there is some language for you in the back. All the language that you heard in this book is out there on the glossary, so you can learn a little bit of your French as well if you do not speak already. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that one. 10 ballet dancers, a beautiful book indeed, written by Amanda MALEK-AHMADI and Katherine GUTKOVSKIY. And yes, Amanda is a music teacher, dance teacher herself. She teaches contemporary dance and she lives in Arizona. And then the illustrator, Katherine GUTKOVSKIY, lives out in New Mexico. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this lovely book that they've created for us. And of course, I hope that you will be looking up that language. Ask for it at your local library. And of course, find it where you find books. Thank you so much for participating, for joining in all that math that we were doing, counting down from 10 all the way to 0. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that one. It is a fun book indeed, and many correct answers I see there from Jade, from Ava Scarlett. Yes, thank you. From Abraham, from who else was joining in? Rocco and Clay. Thank you so much for joining in. And Marlon, I hope you got it as well. I know you did. Thank you. And it's a great book, says Abraham. And Terry, well, I'm glad you enjoyed counting in this book. I'm glad you enjoyed reading it. Yes, 10 ballet dancers. It is a beautiful book indeed. But please do join me again. We're back tomorrow with another exciting book. And this one is called When Water Makes Mud. When Water Makes Mud. Do join in for this one. It's called A Story of Refugee Children. Do join in for some great creativity out there that we'll be enjoying in this book. And of course, keeping a thought of how we can donate to organizations like the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. Definitely one book that we'll be enjoying tomorrow, but of course, a book that teaches us a lot as well. I hope you enjoyed this one today. Great seeing the math out there. Thank you so much. I'm glad you are all jumping in and doing all the great work. Thank you to know, Rachel, that you were joining us. You're back on Storytime and you joined us, or is it the first time joining in and you joined in with your 4-year-old and they loved it? Well, thank you so much for joining in. Rain, Good to see you. Thank you. I am glad you are here. Rachel and Rain, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Enjoyed every single bit of that. Hello, and good afternoon to you, Miss Ingrid. Thank you. It's a beautiful story. Absolutely beautiful story. Great book. One that definitely gets us involved and engaged. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, Miss Ingrid. Absolutely appreciate you. Sarah said she loves the illustrations and both kids enjoyed counting down with you today. Well, thank you so much. Great to know. Absolutely love it. I am glad you are here. Please enjoy more of that sun out in Illinois. This has been story time for today. And let us just see one more time who was with us before we go. I am glad. I hope I caught everybody. But thank you. A big shout out to you indeed, Krista, for joining us today out in Bothell, Washington. Welcome to Storytime, and I hope to see you again here for another story. Maybe not tomorrow, another day, but absolutely we will be here and we'll be enjoying story times together. And also just a reminder to the community, and I will be putting out an announcement. Next week, I will be on break, doing a bit of traveling, just enjoying the summer before school starts back. So next week, Storytime will be off, but I'll be doing a lot of posts from all the different guests that we've had, all the different stories that we've read on Storytime. I will absolutely miss each and every one of you, but just putting it out there so that we know right now. Next week, Storytime will be off, but we are back the week after. So enjoy it, and I will try and enjoy myself as well on a little trip. And then I'll be back with more amazing stories and, of course, more amazing guests. I think we have 3 guests right in that week when we get back. This has been Storytime. Thank you so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that you have a lovely day out there where you are. Thank you, Sarah and Nathan. I'm absolutely glad that you enjoyed it. I love it that you enjoyed the book, and I hope that you can find it at your local library. Thank you so much for being here. This has been Storytime on this lovely Wednesday. Join me tomorrow as we are back with another book, a new one, When Water Makes Mud, a story of refugee children. Do join in and enjoy that one with me. Marlin, Grandpa Dennis, Grandma Cindy, for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, Amanda as well. Thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. Please do join me tomorrow for more story time from me today. Thank you so much. And I will see you again tomorrow. Tout le monde, merci beaucoup. Rendezvous demain. Trust me, I was practicing those French lines for a long time last night. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me. Au revoir.
Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people that look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be